Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur just after midnight on March 8, 2014, heading for Beijing with 239 people on board. Then, in the space of minutes, one of the most advanced airliners on Earth slipped out of contact and into one of aviation's darkest mysteries. The last routine ACARS transmission came at 1:07 a.m. A few minutes later, as the jet approached the handoff between Malaysian and Vietnamese air traffic control, radio contact ended. The final voice transmission was calm, ordinary, and gave no warning of what was about to happen. But MH370 did not keep flying toward Beijing. Radar data showed the aircraft turned back, crossed over peninsular Malaysia, and moved west. That single turn changed the case from an emergency into a mystery that still refuses to close. Here is where the case becomes even stranger. Investigators concluded that several communication systems were likely manually turned off or had their power interrupted. Not destroyed by a clear mechanical catastrophe, but silenced in a way that looked deliberate. Why would that happen? After radar lost the aircraft, another clue remained alive in the background: satellite handshakes. Those faint signals suggested MH370 kept flying for hours, far from its planned course, until it was believed to have ended somewhere in the southern Indian Ocean. Imagine that distance. Imagine that silence. What followed was one of the largest and most difficult search operations in aviation history. Crews scanned a remote stretch of ocean floor covering more than 120,000 square kilometers. They searched for years, through brutal distance and weather, and still the main wreckage was never found. Even without the fuselage, the ocean did give up a few pieces. In 2015, a flapron found on Réunion Island was positively identified as part of MH370. Other debris examined later was judged almost certainly or very likely linked to the missing jet. The aircraft had not simply vanished. It had gone somewhere. More than a decade later, MH370 still stands as a case with evidence, but without full answers. A jet departed, changed course, kept flying, and disappeared into open ocean with 239 souls on board. So what do you think happened aboard MH370 in those final hours? Subscribe for the next mystery we open.